Hi everyone, it's KIREI here for Bramble Fox with a brand new layout, and I'm using the Snapshots set that is available in the shop now. I've got the Snapshots title in black, but it also comes with that really pretty heart in mint with today on it as well. Okay, so I have pulled out, this is an older collection by Bella Blvd called Love Song. And I've got a load of photos here from our US trip. I am still scrapping these, to be honest, but I think I'm almost there. There might be one more layout that I want to do, but I'm pretty much there. But I've been waiting to do these. And I just was like, what collection am I going to use? Because these were from our visit to Nashville when we went to the Grand Ole Opry. So it's obviously very music themed, and I was thinking, what do I have? Anyway, I'd completely forgotten. But this collection I just thought would be perfect. So yeah, I pulled out this music notes pattern paper. And the idea is I'm just going to have a corner pocket because I've got 16 small photos, and I have got that one larger photo as well that I decided to mix in. But I'm going to use sort of two long strips. I'm just going to tuck into that pocket, that corner pocket. So yeah. Now, so I've pulled this collection is sort of it's not just about music, it's quite a lot about love and things like that. So about yourself and that type of thing. So there's lots of different sort of icons, and I've just pulled out the sort of musicy icons that I thought worked really well with it. So I've got the records, there's some guitars, there's a trombone, there's like a radio, there's drums. So I've just put they're little, old school cassettes. So I've really just pulled out things that I thought would work and just having a little bit of a play here. I'm thinking I'm going to have an embellishment cluster on the left and another over on the right, though that does change slightly. So anyway, had a play. Now I'm sort of moving on. I've got my photos and I'm just going to back those into those two strips. So I've got this red pattern paper. It's got lots of tiny hearts on. As I said, it is quite a sort of love type collection, but I'm making it work from a music perspective. So I'm pulling out my photos here and I'm just layering them together so I can create the strip. Now this is where I go wrong. So I actually cut it as a single strip of 4 photos, and this is, I think, where I've realised, and I have to go back and make them 2 strips of 8, obviously. So, that's okay. Got that sorted, and now we can move on to the pocket. Now I'm backing the music notes with that black pattern paper, and I've decided rather than the white cardstock background, I'm going to just go with that black grid. I rather liked how it looked, so I'm going to go with that. So I'm going to stick the 2 corner pieces together, and then I can move on to getting those stuck down and start adding all of my embellishments. Then I decided I was going to add some stitching. So, and just machine stitching. So I've stitched a border along the top of the pocket, and then I've stitched it all down onto the background, and I've gone around in just a running stitch, and then I've added zigzag stitch details all around on each of the 4 sides. So, yeah, so photos in the pocket, and then I can get the main photo on the front there and add all of those ephemera elements. So I've got the records there. I decided just to add those as almost like a little tag at the top of my photo strips. And then I'm just building up my cluster around my photo. And what I changed this here, I decided to sort of bring it around the photo and all along the bottom rather than creating 2 separate clusters. So I've got some of the coordinating ephemera, and I've also got some of the chipboard pieces as well. So they add just a different dimension on the layout, which is rather nice. I like that. You can see I'm sort of curving up the edges of all of these because I just wanted to I added my glue to the center, so I still get that sort of lift and create that sort of layering and dimension. Little phrase piece here that I'm going to add on says, "Let the good times roll." And we really did have such a fun time at the Grand Ole Opry. It was brilliant. It's really an iconic place. It's actually it is actually the longest running radio broadcast in US history. So what you're actually watching is a radio show. So you have a host who comes out, and you can see him on the screen, and he sort of talks and introduces the next guest. But in between things, there are ads. And he'll talk over the ads. He'll sort of explain what's going on. So it's really quite strange because literally it's a radio broadcast. So, and we got to see 6 different artists, which is very cool. And I mean, I didn't know all of them, but it was really, really good. And I mean, some of these people, when you become a member of the Grand Ole Opry, you commit to playing there so many times each year. And, some of these people have, been big award winners. I mean, one of the singers that was there, Don Schlitz, he actually wrote The Gambler, which was sung by Kenny Rogers. So that is such an iconic sort of country song. So that was very cool having him sing that. And then there was at the end, there was a group called Old Crow Medicine Show, and they sing a song called Wagon Wheel. And it's great. It's a really fun song. We know it. We are quite big country music fans. So that was very cool to see them sing that too. So yeah, it was really a fantastic night. Okay. So I've got most things stuck down. I'm getting my title on now. So Snapshots was perfect because I have got plenty of those. So, and it's in black, which really gives a nice pop to the layout, and ties in nicely with all of the other elements. And then I just pulled in, this is the EXO Love set. I've got little EXOs there, and then I've got love and a heart, and I've just added a couple of those elements to my layout as well. But then that is pretty much it. I was really happy with how that came together, and I am nearly there with those American photos being scrapped, which is fantastic. I do add some journaling, which will go underneath the title and the records there. It's a little harder to read because it's on that grid background, and I did wonder if I should have written it on sort of white cardstock strips and stuck it down, but no, it's fine. Yeah, anyway, here we go. Here is the final layout, and here are some of the close-ups of all the fabulous details. Here's the snapshots perspective, and then you've got some of those little tiny the EXOs, the hearts, and the love perspective from the EXO love set. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the process video, and I will see you again soon. For now.